I literally just share my screen on because I have two monitors in front of me, laptop and the extra monitor that I use. So I just share that screen from extra monitor where my Logic session is. I hit the play button and it just works.
Okay.
Zoom automatically sort of like receives the sound from the computer. So try that first. If that doesn't work, we'll see what we can do.
Okay. Sure. All right, let me know if y'all can hear this.
Approaching now.
Yes.
Verified. Enable semi-automatic control. Disable safety features. Maximum speed. Go.
What's happening to him?
I think he's switching genres.
We need distance. Head south.
That's pretty cool, buddy.
All right, that was about it.
Yeah, well, that's great.
Woo! Great job, man.
Yeah, I really loved it. I really love that groove that started. That's amazing. That's really. I feel like this is a great start. This is like I hear the groove and I loved it. And yeah, so how about instead of me talking again too much, how about you tell me like what's your like maybe now what do you think you want to do what else you want to do because it felt like kind of empty at the second part. So and just tell me why did you go with this direction that you went with, and what are you envisioning of what do you want to add to what you already have?
Yeah, sure. So I kind of looked at it, it's kind of futuristic looking, kind of like Tron almost in a way. So I kind of wanted that synthy kind of dun 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 kind of sounding thing. So I just messed around with the plugins that I had to kind of write around that. I just started with, that opening kind of eerie sound to kind of capture that something's about to happening. And then I added kind of like I don't know, I don't know, just like a boom, boom kind of sound when the bullets hit the car to kind of almost like a
Yeah.
jump scare kind of thing. Um, Towards the end of the clip, I did like purposely add the drums just by itself, um, just to kind of show like that fast drum kind of car chase thing. But I do agree that it did feel empty kind of towards the end of it. Um, but I was kind of rushing to figure out how to put the phaser for when he's kind of switching genres or whatever. And so
Right.
that was probably the hardest learning curve, to be able to pull it up in one section and then take it out in another section rather than it playing through the whole clip. So
Are you aware of automation? You are, right?
hmm,
Yes. So that's how you do you put phaser or whatever for a period of time. You can then mute it for the rest of the song. And some plugins they have like this weird quality that if you use them, they add some like noise and some like stupid stuff that like even when you mute it, it's just like so you can also. Okay, there are ways. Anyway, so what I wanted to say is that great job with setting the groove. But again, remember I was saying less is more. So it's kind of hard to build upon when you already have kind of a lot going on. So it's adding things makes it denser, right? But what I liked what you did well is that you hit a couple points. First of all, those bullets, and second, you tried this phaser with him switching genres, and actually, great job thinking about what's going on. You know, because that's what we should do. I haven't been clear also, like, again, because it's just kind of, not enough time to give you a presentation of the music generally and then go into specifics of a project. But so here's the situation that our protagonist is. He's under some drugs. So, and he's experiencing, that's why the directors, the showrunners went with the Wagner's piece in the first place, because it's like he's like in this like crazy drug-induced dream, and like he's looking at the car chase from a totally different perspective. And if you guys, I don't know if you've checked the winner of this competition. This whole thing that we have in this clip is the Spitfire audio competition that was launched last year, and the winner score is questionable in a sense of like, whether or not a music like that would be in a real movie. But what the guy did grasp amazingly is that he put the protagonist in the dream. So by doing that phaser, that's a great thing to kind of switch a little bit towards his inner feelings. Remember what we were talking in the beginning. What is your music scoring? Is it scoring just the car chase scene, or is it scoring car chase scene from a perspective of someone? You can score it from a perspective of bad guys. You can score it like so many different ways. It gets complicated. That's why I told you, like, you can just go literal and score like literally how the car's moving. That's good. And that's what you did, buddy. And it was great. Also, like with this drums and grooves. Why it's empty is because you kind of stopped hitting some points towards the second half. So like you were great hitting those points, him switching, then boom. Then there's like this point of switching from inside the car to the outside world. Remember I showed you the Mombasa chase from the Inception, when DiCaprio's protagonist is trying to hide in this cafe surrounded by tons of people. He's trying to quiet them down because like they sense he's like not from here, what are you doing here? The music dies down so you can really perceive the scene, and then the bad guys come in. It's just like comes back with the full force. So this is a type of that moment here. So because like ideally you did glue me to the screen really well for the first like 40 seconds. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. But then you lost me for those, because I'm like, remember guys, the ideal version of it is that it's not you just put in a track to support the video. You are going in all twists and routes with the picture, because if you are not, your music becomes just an accompany track. And why a director has to pay you? He can just like buy a stock music file for $19, put it there, and it's gonna be fine, That's the idea. But dude, like it's like really impressive. So what did you use for the synth?
I just got let me check. I was using a couple different stuff, but mostly the Tal UNO.
Not sure. You can again share your screen, maybe. So
Yeah,
it's
sure.
interesting for everyone, guys. Just check out like what everyone has. It's kind of cool.
So this
What
was
you
about,
Oh yeah, okay. Open your session. That's good.
yeah. So this was like, I think around $60. I've been wanting it for a while. But it's got like, different arpeggiators and stuff like that.
Right.
And you can like switch all the settings, how fast you want the arpeggiator to go. And so I've just
Excellent.
I've been
Yeah.
having a
Can
lot
you
of fun.
can you please, Seth? Can you please open your session so we can see the tracks?
Yeah,
Also,
yeah, sorry.
Also, like how you, I'll give like a little go in terms of like how we organized our sessions. Okay, that's good. So everything is good with the bar one. Impossibly soft horns. I love the name. Okay, so look. So if you just played right from the beginning of the groove,
Okay.
funky classic that you did. And
Sure.
can you just play it from there with
Do you want the?
with the picture? Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
You can close the picture. It's gonna appear in this. Yeah. That's good. That's good enough. Yeah.
Approaching now.
Verified. Enable semi-automatic control. Disable safety features. Maximum speed. Go.
The arpeggiator is like out of time. I can't hear you for some reason.
Sorry, I think I switched the arpeggiator sound on accident. So
I'm sorry.
that's all right.
It's all right. I'm so sorry. Okay, so look, what I wanted you to do is to just like elaborate the second part and hit the points with the video, okay? Because I'm
Okay.
trying to give time to everyone else. So let's end on this with you, okay? So just
Okay.
great start, great fill that leads us to this chase situation. It did grasp my attention. I hope it did grasp everyone else's attention too, because guys, you are welcome to get each other's some points. If you want to comment on Seth's score right now, you can.
Would you mind? Would it be possible to watch it one more time?
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, whoever wants to give a feedback, because guys, we all learn from giving each other feedbacks. That's like the best way. You know, what you like, what you dislike. Just try to be courteous and like, don't say, "Oh my God, this is bad." You know.
I'm just gonna try to share the.
You know, like we criticize for the sake of getting somewhere with your awesome ideas.
I'm gonna share the video instead of just the oh.
Approaching now.
Verified. Enable semi-automatic control. Disable safety features. Maximum speed. Go.
What's happening to him?
I think he's switching genres.
We need distance. Head south.
I think you did so many amazing things. Like, definitely the vibe. I love the vibe that you have, and I think it is very captivating. I think, like, the part where they show the picture of the guy, his head kind of rolling back, and he's like, ugh. You brought the volume down, and I think like there were a couple opportunities to like change thing or add a new element maybe. Like, she said something right at the end. She said something like blah blah blah, and then it goes back to the cars chasing, and I feel like that would have been like an opportunity to like bring it back up with like more at that point, to like build everything, because then I think the scene has like a great intro, then it has a breakdown in the middle, and then it has like a peak at the end. And so I think, I guess maybe if you had more time to like work on that, maybe the last dialogue, and then build up the orchestration as the cars are racing.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, Greg. Yeah, and guys, just remember what we were talking about: levels of intensity, right? some variety. So somewhere you drop, somewhere you increase this density, this like intensity, and you can say suspense in a sense. So somewhere you can be more aggressive, somewhere you can get softer.
Great job, man. I think
Okay, who
FEMA
else has
and
something to show?
yeah, who
Oh, I'm
got?
sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say I think you and Greg can't
Absolutely, yeah.
can't,
Just
and
go ahead.
they got the weekend too. So we're back
Yeah,
with
yeah,
FEMA on
sure.
Monday.
And I know, guys, it's like you just had one day. It's impressive. So
Yeah,
who wants to go as next, guys?
Anthony, what you got? I know you said you had something yesterday.
I did something with like a song that I thought fit that got from that I pulled off of YouTube and put to it and it fit pretty well, but I couldn't when I tried to do my own thing, I couldn't really find anything write anything that I was happy with.
So is it acceptable to use a different track, FEMA?
Well, I mean, it's a good question also because it's kind of Anthony. You know what you did? You did what the showrunners did. They did not, the original composer for the HBO for the whole Westworld series is Raman Javadi, and they did not ask him to score the scene. They put another music in there, right? They put Wagner's classical piece. It's I believe Flight of the Valkyries, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. So it's a piece of symphony work, right? So I I'm actually kind of curious of seeing it with that song, Anthony. So you are welcome to share that. But I would really love you to actually score it yourself. But I'm curious of what you came up with. So can you show us?
Yeah, no problem. Just um,
You
I
can
just need
share
a
the screen
second.
with the
Yeah.
second. Okay, sure. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I would just pull it up in my movie player, but my thing is weird about that sometimes. So because
Sure. Are you
I
using
try.
something? You just put it at like which program did you sync it together with?
I did it with iMovie.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You don't? Do you have Logic, Anthony?
No.
Do you have a DAW?
No.
DAW. So how about if you have Mac, if you have iMovie, you must have GarageBand, which is like a simplified version of Logic. Also, by the way, guys, whoever has Logic, I beg you, in order to have like the full capacity of your DAW, you have to enable advanced settings. Are you aware of that? So, yeah, okay. So that's it. I see.
Can
Oh,
you, what are the advanced settings, just out of curiosity?
I can share my screen so you guys understand what's going on. 1 second. So, Anthony, while you're pulling up your stuff, so can you see my screen here, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, so Logic Pro has preferences. It's general. Then we go here, and there's like general audio, blah 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 blah, and his advanced. If you do not check this thing, show advanced tools, your Logic won't be capable of doing many things that it's capable of doing. Okay, so the best way is to just check show advanced tools, because then you're going to be able to do advanced editing, including like flex time and stuff, very amazing stuff, and it's called also like destructive audio editing, when you do like reverbs and stuff like that with audio files and you deconstruct them. And so it's important that your advanced settings are enabled. Okay. Anthony, are you ready to show us something?
yes, sir.
Please do.
So I don't know how to stream on Zoom.
So all you have to do is hit the share button at the bottom of your screen.
Sure.
Hit the share screen,
Mhm.
and then
And
when
here we
it'll
go.
pop, yep, there you go.
Can y'all see this?
We don't see up there. It is. We got it.
Okay. So
No,
I made a few different things, but I'll just show you the one that I'm most proud of, I guess.
Sure.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm not really happy with the beginning of it, but I thought it was fine, I guess. I don't know.
All right, play it. Let's
Yeah.
hear it.
All right. I don't know if it's too loud also.
Anthony, we can't hear it.
Can't
We
hear?
cannot hear
No,
it.
so when you share the screen, there's a little box. So stop sharing your screen.
Hmm.
And then when you hit share screen again, there's a little box at the bottom that says share sound. You have to click that.
Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear sound, I think.
All right. I don't know if it's too loud or not.
It's good, brother.
Verified. Enable semi-automatic control. Disable safety features. Maximum speed. Go.
What's happening to me?
I think he's switching genres.
We need distance. Head south.
All right. Anthony. Great.
Yeah. So Anthony, I I liked it. It's a cool choice. You know, it's a really it does fit certain moments of the scene just perfectly well, really. But and I like how you, I don't know if you did anything or it was just like the moment in the song when the song kind of dropped when we see the car interior. Did you do
Um,
anything?
Yeah, that was just a really small part in the song, but I had to like cut that part to and copy pasted it 4 times to make it fit to the length of the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. And so I don't know if, because like unfortunately we're in a situation we're doing it on Zoom, so I wasn't sure completely. So when the energy went back, when we see the exterior, or are we still, because your track went back into its fullness when I still saw the interior of the car. So and I would want it to be uh, aligned with an exterior rather than interior. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
because
I'm not sure if you actually, because of the the internet is not amazing, but so like it wasn't like precise on my screen, but I don't know. Like, tell us if that was the intention or you just didn't do that. It just how it was.
it was because if where is it? It's right here. Yeah, on my screen, it's it does get back into it right when the
Okay. Then it's a
scene
good moment.
changes.
Yeah. I like it. So like there are things that like really again grasp my attention, but so because it's much harder to be flexible with it's called source music, right? When you have some music that is not specifically composed to picture and then that exists on its own, right? Like
Hmm.
songs, you can hear like tons of songs in films and stuff. So they're placed and synced to the picture, right? And
Yeah.
actually, sometimes authors and they are asked to do like a specific edit based on the movie. Sometimes it happens. It's very rare, but sometimes it happens, you know. And
Yeah.
editors they just cut to the song. So this scene was cut to the Wagner's piece, right? So not every song is going to fit. You found good moments there, definitely, but to me, like because the general vibe of the song, it's still like a little bit, a little bit, uh, especially after the like against part mostly, it's not quite fitting what's going on to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
but the vibe is great. So if you want to compose something in that vein by yourself, that would be nice. Get some like heavy, dirty, distorted guitars, get some like this rock sound. That's definitely there's a great it's a great opportunity to do it. So
Yeah.
if you want to try, that would be nice.
Yeah, there was a lot of moments in the video where I had to like cut it into certain parts and just like change the speed of it by like a few percent, because it sank it up with the music like really nicely.
Right.
And
Yes, I
like
see that with like those moments. Like in the beginning, it was fun, really cool, and like when we went to this like scene of when cars start actually chasing each other, that was great. And like exterior, interior, I didn't quite get it because of the internet speed, but if you say that is there, that's amazing. Okay. I love
Hey,
it.
Anthony, I'm gonna, and this is for everybody. I'm gonna encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity with FEMA and write something of your own. What you did was cool, but take advantage of this opportunity to have a person of FEMA's level help you get better at it. So just go ahead and write something. You a bad dude, over the weekend, really, really get in there and try to write something. And and if you need the software, shoot me an email and we'll take care of that for you. We'll help you out with that. Okay.
um I also had a question just to saw what you thought on like this scene right here, like this few seconds.
Sure.
When I can I play it for you just to see what you think?
Please, please.
I missed.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, you synced it nicely. What can I say? It's good, buddy. Like Anthony, you definitely have an eye, and I like it. So the only thing is that now try to do the same. So you are on the definitely on the right path. Like I'm telling you, and also you went so far because, like you have too much time to score the entire scene. If you want, you're welcome to. And and you already like 2:45, right? So which is like pretty impressive. So just take what you did form wise. Consider this thing as your form because you got these hitting points which you definitely nailed. So and now just compose your own stuff. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Great
All right,
job,
cool.
buddy.
Thank you.
I really like it. Okay, I want to move on so we can have time for everyone. Who wants to go next, guys?
Valerie, how about you?
So we have Valerie, we have Haywood, we have Dominic.
Yeah.
So guys,
Dominic is on screen. What's up, Dominic? Let's see what you got.
I haven't completed an entire bit. I just was working on the beginning.
Okay, let's just see what you got.
yeah, exactly. That's great. Awesome.
All right.
Mm-hmm. You can share the screen, the session, and just so we can see. Darren, thanks for being here to help the Zoom, with Zoom questions, because I actually didn't know about the button of like share sound. To be honest.
Oh yeah, man. Zoom is its own thing.
How do I open the movie?
You just double click on the movie. Yeah, double click on it. Mm-hmm.
What is it?
Close this window. Press E. Close the window, the editing window. Yes. Press on the movie again. Okay. Double click. Strange. Let me see.
Is it doing that because he's highlighted? He's got the region highlighted.
It might be the
There it
just
is.
unhighlight. Did it went through? Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah, because it usually works as a double click. Yeah, that's good. Cool.
That's all I have. I was
Yeah, just hold the
mostly,
click for a second.
I was just experimenting with ideas.
It's okay. That's great.
I was going to have these come back in.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. So that's what you have for now, right?
pretty much.
Okay. So look, Dominic, it's cool to get this like it's interesting because you kind of like went with this string kind of orchestral thing right from the start, which is interesting. I it just like be ready that if you go with this, it's gonna be like a serious job. You know what I mean? Because like if you're going with like string sections, it's like a lot of instruments usually, right? And in order to create some kind of motion, so like think about this, that yes, you have this for melodies for like thick chords. Remember about some kind of motion, some kind of drive and energy that we will definitely need for chase scenes, you know? Because like aside from strings, aside from this kind of like long notes and stuff, you need some shorter rhythmic units, right? We have layers. Remember, like what instrument do you play again?
Yeah.
Piano. Right. I am also a piano player. So remember, so we have layers of rhythm, right? So we have something that moves maybe slow, like your strings, something that drives us, something that kind of like fits the scene in a sense that makes us like, you know, wonder what happens next, makes us anxious. And for that, the best way to employ small rhythmic units, 16 notes, something like that, along with what you have, will give you will give us the desirable effect, I think. Okay, and try to again, like I said before, do not overthink it. Okay, this is not like a super assignment. It's just test yourself whether you like what you're doing and how it comes out with the picture. I want you to be the first person who likes or dislikes what you do. Okay, not us, because I mean, I can give you all the advices you need, like to actually do this first 60 seconds, I'm sure. And even having this beginning, it just like puts me kind of like in this direction of more orchestral kind of like emotional stuff, which is great because everyone else now went with this like active stuff, which is also great. So if you want to be slightly different, just enjoy what you're doing, please. Okay, and keep going, buddy. It's a great start. You got the start. That's amazing. So you guys have the weekend to do a little bit more, right? So I want to hear. Unless, do you have any questions, Dominic?
I think I pretty much got it.
Okay. Also, guys, don't hesitate. I'm here now because I like talking, but I would rather talk answering your specific questions if you have any. Okay.
Hey Dominic,
So
I like.
Haywood or Valerie?
Okay, go ahead. I just want to
Oh,
compliment
sorry.
Dominic's
No.
Dominic's direction with the strings. I like it, even though FEMA is like, hey, it's going to be difficult. But if that's your path, man, go down it, and we're going to be excited to hear how you put it all together on Monday morning. Haywood, you around?
Yeah, I'm around, but
Oh,
I don't have anything right now because
okay,
it's difficult working on my computer.
okay. Um, let us know how we can help.
Haywood, Okay, yeah, two things. Before I go to Haywood, Dominic, the reason why I said it's going to be difficult is when people take the orchestral approach is just like more work because you have so many instruments to work with, even when you take strings. Because, for instance, Seth just took drums and synths. Boom, two things or three things in his session, which I saw. In your session, I already see 4 tracks just for the strings, right? That's my message. So like it's great to challenge yourself, so embrace the difficulty and just do what you love. That's it. It's a great approach. Darren is absolutely 100% right. Haywood, buddy, do you have any questions in terms of like how to start on like what to do, and or do you have like a general like direction that you thought might sound good?
Um, well, I know what I want to do. It was just difficult working on my computer. Like, I want to like just like analyze the video and think of a good like rhythm and pattern that will go with it, and start there.
That's good. That's good. And why is it difficult for you to work on your computer? Can I help with something? Is this difficult with Logic or just difficult with your computer?
Well, I don't know how old this MacBook is, but it's kind of slow, like working on any program, And I haven't
Oh, I
really
see.
gotten NFL so far.
Okay.
Okay.
Haywood,
Um,
are you in New Orleans?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna try to find a solution.
All right. Thank
All
you.
right.
okay. Okay, great.
Valerie,
So,
Valerie, you
Valerie,
around?
Hello.
hello.
Yeah, my computer's going kind of weird.
Okay.
Maybe you can just since your computer's she was having computer issues yesterday too, so maybe you can just kind of tell us where you're headed in these last few minutes before FEMA finishes up with your piece.
Yeah, I definitely have to work on it still because since I didn't have access to my computer. So
Okay.
I have to figure out my direction still.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be something like electronic, like
That's
very, very speedy, you know?
media electronic. Okay, and yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Do you have any questions about the actual clip, guys? Like any of you, do you have any questions about like twists of clip and the like sort of like nailing points? And ask me if you do. Valerie,
I have a question with like the audio for the original video. I've found that like I didn't want the music to sound too low, but I also wanted the audio in the clip to be a lot higher. So like those points where they're in the car and talking, I didn't want the music to be kind of drowning them out.
That's good. That's really okay, guys. Remember, dialogue things are very important, right? So like you should like work your way around those dialogue moments, which are obviously super sparse in any chase scene because that's not what it is about. Yes, it's about like some kind of like this speedy emotions and this intensity, but it's never about like the people don't talk philosophy while chasing cars. At least not now. Maybe it's going to be a nice new direction, you know, for TV series and stuff like that. But yeah, so those things, the dialogue, and again, because I sort of assigned 1 minute, the main thing in this 1 minute is that we see the change in his psyche, right? The change of his perception of the external world because of the that's the moment when the like one story ends and another story begins in his drug induced state of mind, right? So just keep that in mind, so you can like you can somehow musically emphasize or contemplate on what's going on. Valerie, do you have any questions? Because I thought you might. No.
Hey,
She's
hey
okay.
Valerie, do you have any questions?
Not for
Because I
now.
wanted to.
She said nothing
Okay.
right now. Okay, great.
Okay. All right. So also, guys, in that folder, which we have for our class, I shared basically 3 videos. One was like my entry to that competition as a direction. You might want to do it, but you don't have to, because there are like also countless clips. If you just Google, if you just go on YouTube and like Westworld Spitfire competition, you will see thousands of entries, and you can just like pick the best 5 which Spitfire actually choose with the HBO people, and listen what people did, how was their things, because like I said in the first lesson, you're never in the dark. In the actual movie world, when showrunners come to you as a composer or directors or people, they tell you, look, we want this to feel a certain way, we want this to be it's his drug induced state of mind, and we want him to go crazy, or we don't want him to go crazy. So they kind of explain you there is a task in front of you, okay? So that's why I'm saying that you can check what other people did, and it might inspire you. Don't get carried away too much again, and because the level of some people are much higher than yours, just and the possibilities, and it's normal. It's like you're listening to the most amazing piano player or trumpet player, and you shouldn't compare yourself to them. Just take inspiration from them, okay? And take and notice what points these people hit or didn't hit, or what points you wish they did, and maybe you will do that, okay? And again, the competition had basically the whole scene was assigned to score. You are doing just the beginning. If you want to do more, do more. It's just like we don't really have much time to do the 4-minute scene and go in depth, in detail for all of your scores, which I would love to do, obviously. But and my entry is there just again as one of those thousands entries, so you don't have to sift through on YouTube, so you can see, let me check what is Fima actually good. What is he talking about? So because I'm pretty proud of my entry, to be honest, but like there are, like I said, there are countless ways of scoring the same episode, and this competition was the best revelation of that, really, because music is very powerful. It's amazing how you can do, and you don't have to be like a super established musician. You just have to like really understand the essence of combining the music with the picture, and what works and what doesn't. If you probably know that none of the composers that score for picture, or at least not many of them, are amazing instrumentalists or amazing players. But you know what I mean. But it's just like to say that you don't have to have like a super high level of musicianship to compose for picture. You just have to have guts. You have to have desire to work tirelessly and as much as you can, and do the exercise for your eyes when you stay in computer for like hours. Okay.
Beautiful, Fima. Okay, so everybody, we got the weekend, and Monday is Fima's last class with you guys. Oh, Greg has a question. Go ahead, Greg.
Oh, well, I just wanted to make a comment to like kind of add on to what Fima was saying earlier about kind of Dominic when he was commenting about like your potential workload that you had ahead of you, just choosing the strings. And I just wanted to say that, in your whole life, you're going to be handed these projects, and you're always going to have to make decisions. And one of the factors that I think everyone should consider is how much time do I have to do this? And, if you had 6 months to do this, man, you can do anything you want. But if you have 3 days, sometimes you have to make artistic decisions that that complement or that work with the timeline you have. And so those are really important things to take into consideration whenever you're doing any project. If someone asks you to write something or whatever, just take into consideration how much time do I have to do this, because you have to finish. That's the goal.
It's Greg. Thanks for such a beautiful comment. That's very true, guys. And also remember that the perfect is the enemy of good. Please don't try to be perfect. don't do that. Just, and I also like, speaking of what Greg just said, I received a treatment for commercial like a while ago, and people were saying you should do it super fast, and then they were silent, 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 and then yesterday they told me this is the version we go with. It has to be done tomorrow. Yeah. But that's yeah, guys. That's the like if you want to know the advertisement world, it's crazy. I mean, they pay well, so you gotta work, but you gotta be done. At least you gotta give them something acceptable, right? So if you are able to nail something acceptable to you to a certain extent by Monday, you guys are amazing. You're already amazing, but just it's gonna be amazing if you can do that.
Yeah, they can do it. So
I have some time this weekend, so I'm throwing my hat in the pot on this one too.
me too. Well, I'm gonna do my best to do at least 1 minute of it. I don't know if I'll have time, but I got gigs and stuff. But anyway, hey y'all. All right, so Monday morning, everybody's gonna have their at least 1 minute of this complete.
Right. Yes. Please complete 1 minute as much as you can. If you want to do the rest, do the rest. That's fine. But 1 minute is what I essentially want you to do. Also, I don't know, like take a look at the resources that I shared, because maybe some of you would need Spitfire Labs. I would recommend downloading Spitfire Labs. It's a free VST. They're free. They're amazing, guys. And it just Spitfire should start paying me for advertising their products, really, because I really love them. And, I mean, their product is mad expensive, but it's amazing stuff. So like, take a look at some of the free stuff that I shared with you, and I think Emily also shared this document with me, maybe, but I don't know where it is. So I'll try to find it, because there's like another batch of free VST plugins that you can use. And again, remember, it's not about how many plugins you have. It's not. You can do a lot with nothing. You can do a lot with just your iPhone. Like recording samples and recording specific sounds and then combining it in Logic and making some stuff out of it. Just remember, it's not really about that. A lot of plugins, they give you a lot of color capabilities, but it can be also your enemy, because too much is like you're going to be faced with too many choices. So my teaching approach with anything I teach, whether it's a film scoring or piano, it's a freedom through limitations. You have a beautiful limitation now: Logic stock stuff. You have Logic stock plugins, you have Logic stock VST. Use it to the best possible, in the best possible way. And also, one word on mixing. I saw, Seth, in your session, it was amazing. You're using Sense. It's great, guys. I wanted to just, we have 5 minutes, right, Darian?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanna let me see. Let me see if I still. What
happened?
My keynote saying that the file that I did does not exist. So strange. Now it exists. Okay, I'm sharing the screen right now, guys. So check it out. It's mixing, because we are sort of like nearing the completion of your score, right? Here we go. Okay, so first thing, balance the volume in between each of your tracks by bringing up what's more important and down what is less important. So secondary stuff is usually down. So like this is a basic mixing. You don't have to mix, compress, and do some crazy stuff. Just do the right balance. If your main force is this driving strings, Dominic, make them more prominent, less and other stuff less. Use panning. Panning gives you the width, the stereo spectrum of your track. It's gonna be more complete. It's gonna have more impact when it's like that. Okay. So then there is a in the resources file we have the EQ. I have the EQ guide that I found. I put there. I think it's pretty legit. So roll off some undesirable. Okay, basic thing. If you want things to be darker, this word dark, you roll off high frequencies. So all the sibilance comes down. All the like kind of high pitch noises and high pitch sounding stuff is gonna be turned slightly down, which will give you this effect of kind of already dullness. If you want to boost low, don't boost low too much. Don't, guys. Remember, it's just it's gonna be too muddy if you boost it. Okay, and then finally, so look, basic thing, just volume, panning, and EQ. Then you will add either reverb or delay. If you use tons of reverb, it's not really good unless it's a specific artistic effect. Okay, unless you're going for the sound like that, the reverb tail is gonna be forever. Because if you reverb every track on your soundtrack, every part, it's just gonna be like a complete ocean of mud and low kind of noise and stuff. So the music is going to be drowned in the reverb. So don't overuse it. Use it only as sense. So you assign one reverb in your mix bus, and then you send that reverb to all the tracks. You do not put a reverb on each track. Here's a super quick example. So I'm opening my Logic, whatever the instrument I'm going to be using. I want to have Sansa here. You see it? If like I'm just telling for those who might not know. So this is bus 1. Boom, you choose bus 1, then you assign it as a, let's say, reverb, large space, whatever, large space you want to be a big hole, long dream, Logic stock plugin. You have the reverb here on bus 2. No, what is that? Am I right? Yes, I'm sorry. I assigned it to bus 1. No, bus 2 for some reason. Okay, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter which bus you assign it to. The idea is that you use one reverb machine that gives reverb to every track instead of putting each machine on each track. If you have 100 tracks, you will end up with 100 reverb plugins. They're gonna drown your CPU and your, for instance, Haywood said that he has a slow computer. It's not gonna be able to do anything. So that's why sands are important. So then that's the knob. That's the highest amount of the sending reverb, that's the lowest amount. So try not to overuse it, okay? Same goes with the delay. You assign a delay, you take a bus, choose a bus 3, you go to settings, you want to do it, you want it to be a tape delay, okay. It's actually better to do it like delay, not through settings, but use the Logic stock delay, tape delay here, whatever, boom, you have delay here. The wet level might be, you can do 100% if you want, and then the same way, you assign the delay to the track, okay? If you do this 4 steps, which is again volume, panning, where we add strings are slightly on the left, the drums are in the center usually, and some stuff that is secondary, somewhere like hard left and hard right. So that's the panning. Then you do light EQ and the reverb and delay, if needed delay. Reverb you will definitely need for some sense of ambience because you're using electronic instruments that are dry as hell, and you know we need to give a sense of space. So if you do these 4 steps, that means that your mix is already amazing, okay? So you don't have to sorry, this is not what we need. So you don't have to use any compression at this point, all right? Make sense, guys?
Perfect. And a lot of this stuff, Fima, they're also learning in their in another class, in their mixing class. And so
Right.
Everything kind of connects, you guys. Like all the stuff Fima's talking about, you can use it when you're writing, when you're making your videos in your video making class, and then when you're, like all of this stuff is connected. You know.
Yes, because guys, look, then I can give you like the 2 hours masterclass on compression, and everyone who does mixing can tell you even more because it's a rabbit hole. So once we start, so that's why for now you don't really need it as of now. So just use those 4 steps
Yeah.
for basic mixing: EQ, balance, EQ, panning, and reverb. That's it.
Cool. Cool, y'all. I'm excited to hear what y'all come up with over the weekend. It's gonna be nice. And then just
Yeah.
looking forward to next week. It's gonna be beat making. And we're gonna play. We got some we're gonna play in some of our classes. So it's gonna be a vibe. Thank you, FEMA. We got one more day with you. And
I'm so
that's
happy
it.
to be with you. Thank you for your awesome work and hard work and your ideas. Just get yourself together, finish your ideas in no matter like, just do it, guys, because it's already you're on the right path, right track, and I'm excited to hear what you gonna end up with on Monday.
Dominic gonna go call all his